Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. You guys understand, my camera is over here charging, so I gotta use my phone to do this. And I don't got that much space. But I'm wearing this jacket because this stain right here, do you see the stain? The stain right here is just not working for me. And I washed it like 35 times. I don't understand why it's still not trying to come out. But if you saw by the title of this video, you would know that I, Amelia Kalu, got fired from Party City. So if you want to know how I got fired, keep watching. So during the summer, my friend, let's call her, she told me she was working at Party City and that they were hiring last year, our junior year. And I didn't want to work there because I was just like, like, why should I work at Party City? But then this year, I was money. Like, she was telling me about her hours and everything. And I still work at Abercrombie, but they don't give you enough hours, They don't give you a lot of hours. Like, you probably won't even work in like 2 weeks. And then they'll just put you on the schedule for one day and then not put you on the schedule. But that's cool. So I was just like, okay, let me just have 2 jobs for the summer. And since Abercrombie, they don't really put me on the schedule like that, I could still have Party City for school time. And then I could just work on like Mondays and Wednesdays or probably the weekends. I don't know. I was going to figure that out. So I was like, cool. So in the summertime, she was like, apply. So I applied in August. And I applied and everything. Didn't get a call back. Nothing. 2 weeks later, I got a call back. And the manager's like, would I like to come in on a Wednesday at like 2:30 or 2:40? So I was like, cool. No problem. I was like, okay. So I don't drive. So I had to take the bus there. And I'm texting like, yo, I'm really scared. And then I missed the bus. I missed the bus that day. Like, when I tell you I missed the bus, I missed the bus. I was like 15 minutes late to the interview. So I was like, oh my God, like, why am I so late? Like, oh my God. I was so scared that he wasn't going to give me the job. So I finally get to like the parking area, and there's a lot of Party City. Like, I live in Long Island, so there's like a lot of Party Cities. There's one in Elmont, Levittown. There's one in Hicksville. There's one in Jericho Turnpike. But the one that I was working at was the one in Carl Place, the Carl Place Party City. So that's the one I was working at. So I go in there, the security guard was there, so I was like, hey, can I see a manager? And I went to the back. The manager came in. We're gonna call him Bubblegum. Bubblegum came in and he was like, oh, hi, how are you? I thought he was gonna be like, oh, we're not gonna take you because you're late to the interview. But he didn't do that. He was nice. So we go to him. It was Bubblegum and another guy, but that guy's so irrelevant, so we're just calling him Irrelevant. So Bubblegum and Irrelevant, they took me to the back, and it was like a small little office, and basically they were just asking me random questions, like, how do you deal with customers? They were giving me scenarios, like little kids can do it. It was very easy. So I was just like, da 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 da, yeah. So then he was talking about the hours. He was talking about how much hours they give. They were talking about flexibility and everything. And I was like, I have 2 jobs, but I can work this on the weekdays, and then I can work Abercrombie on like the weekends. So he was like, cool. So then they were like, they were like, because I'm 17, I need a permit. So I gave them my worker's permit, and they said that I have to give them the original copy, and then they would photocopy one for me, and they would give that to me, and then they would just keep the original one. So just in case I quit or they let me go, I could get it back. So I was like, okay, cool, no problem. So I was like, oh, I didn't know my friend worked here. To them, she's like really nice, bubbly, smiley, and everything. So he was like, oh, okay. I guess from that's why he hired me, because he hired me on the spot. And I was so happy. So he was like, I have to call on Saturday just to know when I'm working. And I was like, cool. And then he told me about some payment card. He was like, this is the thing right here, the main point. He was like, if I'm good, usually since I wasn't hired for the Halloween period, like I came in before the Halloween period, like, if I did good, I could stay. If not, I can always come back next year. I was like, cool. But he was like, I have a better advantage of staying because he's not hiring me based on the Halloween period. So I'm like, okay, no problem. I don't have a problem with nobody at the work. When I tell you I had no problems with anybody, I came into work smiley, happy. I take 2 buses to get to work every time. And I had no problem going to work. I had no problem at all. So I would get 2 buses to go, and then I would leave at like probably like 9:30 some days, and then I would go home and take 2 buses back. While everybody's driving their car back, I'm taking the bus back home. But I really didn't mind because the pay was good. Like, I'm getting a lot of hours and the pay was great. So there was this one employee. Her name, we're going to call her Ugly. Yes, her name is Ugly. So Ugly, since day one, since the first time I worked there, her attitude has been so disgusting. Like, I've never met a person who just angry 24/7. Like, I understand one day something can piss you off, because I've been through those days where, you know, yeah, but your attitude can't be like that every single time, my dude. Like, I don't understand. So the first time I met her attitude was suckish and everything, but in my mind, I'm just like, I didn't come here for you. I came here to get money and get out. She's the type to talk crap about everybody in the damn workplace. She talks crap about everybody. She was really ugly. First of all, her attitude made her uglier. She had big boobs and no butt. Like, oh my God, like, I don't like her. So, Ugly from day one has always had an attitude problem, but I never like did anything. Like, I really didn't care. Like, as long as you don't bring your attitude to me, I don't have a problem. There was a meeting on Sunday at 8 a.m. and Bubblegum was like, the manager of Bubblegum was like, you know, we have a meeting at 8 a.m. just to discuss about the Halloween period. So I told him off front, I was like, hey, I'm not going to be here Sunday in the morning. I have church. My parents are very strict about that. They're going to be like, you're going to go to work instead of, you know, going praise God, you know, African parents. So he's like, no problem. Will you come in on Monday? You know, I'll tell you everything about the meeting. Cool. So I come in on Monday. You know, I did not see him. He was in the back. So I come in, I clock in and everything. I did not know there was any type of vest we had to wear. That was not what I heard. I didn't see anybody else, so nobody told me we had to wear a vest. So then Ugly is going to come, and this girl, she talks so low. She talks like that. She talks so freaking low. So she's like, I have to wear your vest. And I did not hear her. So the other Jamaican lady who's an employee like us, she was like, oh, you know, sweetie, you have to wear your vest. And I was like, oh, okay. And then she was like, oh, but when I say it, Ugly was like, oh, but when I say it, nobody want to listen. And I'm like, who are you talking to, sweetie? Who are you talking to? So I go, there's like another girl over there. And I'm like, did I do something wrong? Because obviously I did not know we had to wear any type of vest. I didn't know we had to wear it. And Ugly gonna turn around and look at me like she had a problem. Like, did I do something wrong? And the other girl was like, no, she wasn't talking about you. Da-da-da-da-da. And I'm like, okay, cool. Kept it calm, simple, plain. Went about my day. I really didn't think it was that big of a deal. You know, on that day, there's a new employee called Mickey. That's what we're gonna call her, Mickey. So Mickey comes over to me, and we're just talking, and I was explaining stuff to her. So then, Ugly's gonna come on the little intercom thing, and she's like, you know, instead of talking, we should start cleaning because, you know, people want to go home. When I tell you, she was already trying it with the whole vest thing, but now you're trying it again. So I let that one go. So we were like, okay, we started cleaning the counters. So I went to the balloon section, and Mickey came. And Mickey comes, and she's like, why is there a cart full of throwbacks? And if you guys don't know what throwbacks is, basically, like, all the stuff, like, it's in the front, like, stuff that needs to be put back where they belong. So basically, I don't know how else to explain it. Just stuff that needs to go back to the aisles where it came from. So I was like, yeah, I don't understand why that's there. I thought people wanted to go home. As soon as I said that, I didn't even say it out loud. Like, when I tell you I didn't say it loud, I was like, I thought people wanted to go home. She's gonna go on the intercom and go, you guys know I hear you, right? And we're like, yes. So, what? Like, okay. You heard me saying what? That I thought people wanted to go home? It's your job to put that back. Amelia Color wasn't assigned to that. Amelia Color was assigned to register and cleaning and garbage. I wasn't assigned to throwback, sweetie. So that's your job, not my job. So Olivia went to the back, and she went to Olivia, and she was like, oh, I heard you and your friends, you and your friend talking ish about me. And Olivia was like, okay, because nobody cares about you, Ugly. Like, nobody cares about you. Nobody gives 2 flying fingers about you. Like, only insecure girls would think that people are really trying them when nobody's actually trying. Nobody. After that, I went to the manager. I went to the manager bum, and I'm like, first of all, I don't understand why this girl is being so rude and disrespectful. I did nothing to her. You know, the first time she was giving me attitude about the vest. Did not know we had to wear a vest. Now she's giving me attitude saying I'm talking ish when I really wasn't. Like, I don't understand. And then bum was like, let's just keep it calm and cool. You know, she was like, she works here 6 days a week. Okay, and what does that have to do with anything? Because you work here 6 days a week and you're here long hours, that's supposed to make me, Amelia, shake, tremble, and kneel down for you? No! I came here after school. I take 2 buses to get here and 2 buses to go back home. Like, I don't understand. I should be stressed. I should be the one with the bad attitude. But you don't see me come into. I hate when people do that. They base their attitudes on nonsense. Like, I honestly do not care. I don't care if you've been here for like 24 hours. I don't care. I do not care. Keep your damn attitude to yourself. Like, I don't understand why you gotta be so damn rude. Nobody did anything to this girl and it's like, okay, she's been working 6 days a week and all that stuff. Come on now. Your attitude can't be this bad. Every time I come into work, there's always something wrong with this girl. Like, come on. Like, what are you doing? Do that nonsense at home. Like, keep the attitude at home. I go to the back and I go to manager bum, and I'm like, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to, like, if she thought I was being rude, I wasn't trying to be rude, but at the same time, she didn't give me attitude since day one. And all I said was, did I do something wrong? Because I didn't do anything wrong. Like, I didn't know we had to wear a vest. If I knew we had to wear a vest, I would have took it and wore it. So I don't understand, but I'm like, I don't want no problems. I don't want no beef with nobody. And school is already enough. I don't need to come to work and deal with drama. So she's like, I understand. She's like, I really like you, Amelia. She's like, you're a really good employee. She's like, she really like the group of people that work during the weekday and the night. We're very cool. We get the work done. And, she's going to talk to the other girl. So I was like, cool. You going to talk to the other girl? That's great. And then she was like, would you like to work on Saturday? And I was like, yes, of course. So Wednesday, I came back into work. Now, Ugly was supposed to come into work too, but she didn't come into work. So I didn't know she had to come into work, but that's not my business. I came here for Amelia, not for anybody else. So her friend, she has a friend that she's very close to. So the tension was like very high in the store, but I really didn't care because I just don't care. I ain't do anything wrong. So a friend's there, and I'm like explaining to a friend, and she's like, oh, if you're trying to talk shit, like, don't talk to me. I'm like, no, I'm not trying to talk shit. I'm just telling you what happened. And I'm like, this is what happened, da 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 da. And she's like, yeah, I understand you and everything. And she's like, oh, she didn't come into work today. I'm like, okay. She was like, yeah, she's so pissed. Hold up. You didn't come into work because of another employee that didn't know that they had to wear a vest? Are you serious right now? How old are you? And when I tell you this girl just graduated, she's in college. Why are you, you decide not to get paid because somebody didn't know they had to wear a vest? And I said, did I do something wrong? That's why you didn't want to come into work? Are you serious right now? Are you serious? You didn't come into work because of that? That's like me not coming into school because one girl don't like me. Like, what do I look like? When she told me that, I was like, I'm not even trying to apologize to the girl anymore because you're not coming into work because of somebody who never did anything to you. So you're making it seem like I did something to you so you couldn't come into work. And she was like, yeah, she didn't even call. She didn't do anything. I had to text her, and she was like, I'm not coming in. So that was the end of that. And I told the manager, I'm like, I just want a clean slate. If she thought anything was wrong, it's really nice. Just I didn't know we had to wear a vest. This thing was over a vest, my dudes. Over a vest. So then Friday comes. Oh my God. I was in school. I was in my anatomy class. And I get a phone call. And it was I closed school at 2:30. So it was like around 2:20, 2:25. I get a phone call. So we were in anatomy. And everybody was on their phone. So I answered the phone call. Get in my head, maybe she's going to call me and tell me, oh, don't come into work on Saturday. We probably don't need you. Or could you come in today? So I answered the phone. I'm like, hi. And it was Manager Bum who was on the phone. So I'm like, hi, Manager Bum. How are you? And she was like, hi, how are you? And she was like, we just want to tell you that, you're not a great fit. We're going to have to let you go. When I tell you, in my 17 years of being a human being, I have never been fired ever before. Why am I getting fired? Like, I didn't steal anything. I did not talk nonsense about nobody. I did not do anything. So why am I getting fired? So I'm mad. I'm starting to like yell on the phone. And I'm like, excuse me, like, why am I getting fired? Like, I come to work. I take 2 buses to work. 2, not 1, but 2 buses to work, and now you're firing me? And I'm like, can I have can I have like, some type of explanation of why I'm getting fired? Did I do something wrong? And she was like, management just think. I said, management what? Management what? There is no management. And I'm like, why are you firing me? Like, that doesn't make any sense. Management what? Management just, she was like, management doesn't think you're a great fit. I'm like, what? Are you serious right now? And I'm like, is it because of the me and ugly situation? And she was like, oh, you're just not a great fit. I'm like, first of all, I didn't even know how to wear a vest. Like, and the thing is, I've never had a problem with anybody in that office. So she couldn't even tell me it was management, because I didn't have a problem with management. I didn't have a problem with her. The only person that had a problem with me was ugly. And I'm just like, are you freaking kidding me right now? So I hang up the phone and I call Partycity again. And I'm like, can I please speak to Bubblegum, manager Bubblegum? And they send me to Bubblegum. And I'm like, hi, I just got a phone call from manager Bum. And she's like, she's firing me. And I'm like, I want to know why I'm getting fired. Like, you have to give me a reason. You can't just fire me like that. And he's like, it's very unfortunate that we're firing you. But, he didn't even say firing. He said letting you go. But what it is, what it is. I'm like, no, you're not going to fire me, because you have to give me a complete explanation of what I did wrong. You can't just do that. You have to tell me the reason. And he was like, I don't have to go back and forth with you. You're a seasonal employee. Hold up. First of all, it's still September. So seasonal employee ends at the end of October, because that's when Halloween is over. So I would understand if you guys let me go during when Halloween was over, because that would make more sense to me. But seasonal employee is not from August to September, my dude. That's not how it works. It works during the season. So I'm like, first of all, that doesn't make any sense. You look stupid, because you're firing me based on what? And he's like, you're a seasonal employee. We can take you out if we want to take you out. I was like, you know what? Copy. I heard that. Roger that. So I was like, I went on Siri. I'm like, Siri, what is Partycity human resources number? When Siri gave me that number, boop, called that number up in 2.5 seconds. And the lady was like, hi, this is human resources for Partycity. How may I help you? And I'm like, yes, I just got laid off from Partycity. It is called wrongful termination. And they're doing favoritism and everything. And I'm like telling her everything. I was being so sophisticated. I was like, yes, this is what happened. And she's like, oh, yeah. She's like, this is totally wrong. And she's like, this is not supposed to happen. And she's like, are you sure this is the only problem? And I'm like, yes. I've never had a problem with anybody else in that store. Come on now. That has to be the reason why they fired me. Because I didn't wear a vest. Because the key holder told me to wear a vest. And I didn't wear that vest. Because I didn't know we had to wear a vest. You know what? Let me call corporate. Because you guys cannot. Let me tell you something. I just don't like getting fired. I've never been fired ever before in my life. So I had to call corporate. To be honest, I do not want the job back. Y'all can keep your job. And let me tell you, the Partycity is in Carl Place, in the lot where Big Lots is, and the Dunkin' Donuts across. That's exactly where it is. And all 3 of them work there. Do I want the job back? At first, I was like, yeah, but to be honest, who wants to be going back to a job where there's like so much tension? Then I'm gonna have to end up quitting. So you know what? I'm not going to go back and work there. But my job for this video is to make sure people do know that all 3 of y'all are bums, especially ugly. You're a bum. And I hope you're watching this. I hope you're watching this. Corporate. It wasn't even human resources that called me. Corporate called me. I was like, yes. They called me and I'm explaining to the guy. I'm like, first of all, this is what happened. I didn't know that because of me not wearing a vest, I can get fired like that. And he's like, no, that's not in the handbook. I was like, yeah, I know that's not in the handbook because I read the handbook and it never said that. So he's like, who was your manager? I'm like, yes, it's manager Bubblegum. And he was like, who's the other manager who you confronted about the situation? I'm like, it's manager Bum. And she knew the whole situation. So I don't understand why she was firing people for. Like, I thought that I wasn't gonna call corporate. I'm not. Let me tell you guys something. If somebody step on your shoes, especially like if you know you didn't do something wrong, go to the extra measure and not even try to prove yourself, but like stand up for yourself. Cause I was not about to get fired without me knowing. If you're not gonna give me a reason to get fired, I should not be fired. So obviously, I'm gonna call your bosses and let them know that hey, so and so that you employed fired me for no reason. Intimidate me because you hold a key. My dude, she holds a key to return items. And she thinks she's the ish. Like this girl she's so ugly. She's butt ugly. Like ugly. That's why I gave her that name. And I'm like, you can't do that. I'm talking to the guy. I was like, you cannot do that. I'm just like, that's like me firing you because somebody in the office does not like you. I'm like, this is the real world. You can't do that. Like, what kind of Party City is this? And he's like, you're totally right, ma'am, you know. And he's like, you know what? We're going to call you back. My friend comes and she goes, oh, you know, they were pissed the other day. I'm like, why are they pissed? Like, at first I really didn't care, but she was like, oh, corporate's coming. I was like, corporate's coming? I got fired over a vest. Like, when I told you I told my mom that, like, she was just like, are you serious? They fired you over a vest? I'm like, yeah, they fired me over a vest. Like, I don't understand. Like, how do you fire somebody over a damn vest? Like, are we dumb? Are we stupid? Are we retarded? Like, what are we? And she's like, are you serious? I mean, they fired you over a vest? I'm like, yes, ma'am. They fired me over a vest. Be intimidated by nobody. Like, don't do that. You didn't come to work for that. You came to work. Period. I got fired at Party City. Beware of manager bum, manager bubblegum, and employee ugly. Because she dead is a really sneaky person. A very sneaky person. And I hope you slip and fall one day. I hope you break your bones one day. I just do not like you at all. Like, I just don't like you. You just irritate me. You make me want to barf. And I hope you're watching this. I just hope you're watching it. You didn't come into work because you just felt so upset because I said, do we have a problem? Like, is there a problem? Did I do something wrong to you because I didn't wear a damn vest? Who does that? Like, that's the dumbest nonsense. So if you guys like this video, please comment, like, subscribe. Oh, wait. I'll see you guys later. What else?